Dr. Miles Monroe quotes that the greatest tragedy on earth is not death. It is life without a reason. It is dangerous to live and not know the reason why you're given life. So, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, it's a finale of the session, Why Am I Here? Today, we are going to dive in deep into the legacy mode. I've entitled today's session as When Life is Inspired by Death. Yes, when life is inspired by death. Hey, also if you are new to this channel or you have not subscribed to this channel, please support me by clicking down below on the red section to subscribe, and also make sure you give it a thumbs up for the algorithm, and make sure also you share this video with your family and friends so that they too can be inspired by the content of this video. So anyway, let's get down into business. So the question I'm going to ask is, what inspires you? What drives you to do what you do? What wakes you up every single morning? You know, every single time someone asks me, what drives you? What inspires you? You know, for me, every single time when I think about my death, it makes me work hard. It makes me want to make sure I use up every single day, every single minute, every second that I have. Because you know what? I don't know any day I can be caught, which sounds weird, right? In most of my cultures where I come from, people don't even talk about it. People are scared of talking about death. Because, you know, at the end of the day, we all die. No one makes it out alive. And now my question to you is, what drives you? If you die today, what is it that you are going to look back? What is it that you are going to leave behind? That you are going to leave for this generation and the generation to come? Because you know, out of 4 million sperms, like I said in my first video, in case you have not watched my first video, just make sure you check that first video. In that first video, I talked about out of 4 million, the manufacturer just chose you for this generation. And today we are going to dive in deep into the legacy mode. You know what? Now my question I'm going to ask you, if you die today, what are you going to leave behind? Let me just give you a short story before I dive in deep. So see, there was this lady called Marian. She just got married, like a newlywed. And then one day she discovered that her husband was cheating on her. And then she decided to commit suicide. So when she went on the rooftop to commit suicide, she was just trying to gather the courage to jump. Suddenly she took that leap. As she was falling down, as she was just about to hit the ground, and then she just felt an embrace where she was just held up, and then suddenly she just looked and asked with a face of anguish, and just asked me, "Why won't you let me die?" Then the angel replied, "I will let you die if only you agree to die, knowing that once you die, there will be nothing to be remembered you for. Nothing for people that are nothing they will look at to see that you are here." And then she just looked at the angel with an astonishing face. Then she asked, "What of my mother? What of my friends?" Then the angel replied, "You know, your mom is old and she's going to die soon. And your friends, as soon as they finish burying you, as soon as they finish mourning you, after 2 weeks, they'll just move on with their lives." And then she looked at it, and then she asked, "What of my husband? I'm sure my husband is going to feel guilty because of leading me to committing suicide." And then the angel just replied to say, "You know, your husband doesn't care about you. He loves the other woman, and he won't even think about you after a few days." Now I ask you the same question, my friends. What is it that when you are gone that you are going to leave behind? Is it just going to take a tombstone for people to remember, to know that you are here after 2 weeks, and then they just move on with their lives? Or are you going to live a life of legacy? Are you going to live a life like Marian, where when she decided to commit suicide, no one will remember her just after 2 weeks? Or you're just sleepwalking through life, hoping you're going to stumble into something that is going to change someone's life? And you know, it reminds me of a quote by Bruce Lee who says, "The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering." What is it that you have? What have you invested your time in to see that once you are going, this is what you're going to leave behind. This is what the coming generation is going to learn, that you are here. Or this is going to take a tombstone for people to know that you lived here. It reminds me of when I was reading the book Deep is the Hunger, The Voice of the Genuine by Dr. Howard Thurman, mentor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Mahatma Gandhi. He said that the ideal situation for a woman or man to die is to have family members praying with him as he crosses over. Then he kept on saying, imagine, if you will, being on your deathbed. Around your deathbed are the ghosts of your dreams, of your talents, your ideas, your gift given to you by life. And you, for whatever reason, you never acted upon those dreams. You never acted upon those ideas. You never acted upon those talents. You never acted upon those gifts. And then those ghosts are just looking at you with angry eyes, saying, we came to you and only you could have given us life, and now we must die with you. I'll ask you this question: if you die today, what dreams, what ideas, what talents, what gifts, what books, what story would die with you? That's why Dr. Miles Monroe quotes that the richest spot on planet Earth is not the Far East, or where there is oil in the ground, or the diamond mines of South Africa. The richest place on earth is the cemetery, because buried in the cemetery is potential that was not tapped. Buried in the cemetery are books that were never written. Buried in the cemetery are talents, gifts that were never exposed to the world. Buried in the cemetery are paintings that were never painted. That's why Andrew Davis, cried, asked in anguish to say, what if you lived your whole life and only to discover that it was wrong, that the creator, the manufacturer had so many big plans for you in mind. And that's why he kept on saying, oh God, only to reach at the point of death, and only to realize that I never truly lived. Only to realize that you never even scratched the surface of your potential. That's why Chadwick Boseman, Wakanda Forever King, quotes that when I stand before God at the end of my life, I would hope that I've used up all the talents that you gave me. That then I'll say I've used up everything that you gave me. My question to you, my friends, if you die today, what gifts, what talents, what ideas, what businesses would die with you? What is it that you are going to do? Because you know what? There are no guarantees that you are going to be here tomorrow. There are people who are born yesterday and today they are not here. There are opportunities that were there yesterday and today they are not there. They are not here. Now my question is, what are you doing with your time? What is it that when you look back, even if now when you look at your younger self, what difference can you tell that you have made a contribution? Ask yourself, why am I here? As I finish this session, I'm going to leave you this question: why are you here? Ask yourself, why am I here? What is my contribution? And like I said, no one has discovered the formula of living the earth alive. So at the end of the day, because once you check out, the manufacturer is going to ask you to give an account of what you have done with the gift of life he gave you. What have you done with the life that you have? What is it that when you are gone, it's going to make a difference in this generation? It's going to make a difference in your grandkids. It's going to make a difference in the coming generation. you know, you need to reach a point where if you think about what you're doing, you know it's going to pass on to the next generation. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for as I finish this session. Again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please just click down below on the red button to subscribe, to support me, to make sure we move on, we touch lives out there. And if you any ideas that you have, like I keep on saying, in the comment section, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Any suggestion, any thoughts that you have, in the comment section. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video, and stay blessed.